every revolution or every political movement or any kind of change, and having someone, okay, CIA, which is fucking for you to call me CIA when you know I'm not.
Everything was politicized. It was, oh, this is when we became the left versus the right. But both sides are trash. In COVID,
his own thing. So it seems to be that money's the issue, that like we're using money and that's how politics is being pushed. Because now we've seen what someone does when they use their own money and it doesn't seem to be a solution. So I feel like we take money out of politics, we'll have a much better political system.
Politician, you think they're gonna come out and tell me the truth? They was lying to my mama. They ain't gonna never tell us.
So everybody, we look at certain things just because, oh, this happens in the hood or we see this every day. All the way up. These people were speaking truth. King, we could talk X, we could talk it all. They were speaking truth.
What's going on in anyone's mind, but let's take it as a given that Gray's argument is true, that the argument to not have ID is that it would be discriminatory versus certain socioeconomic brackets or something. It's like
the world's greatest trial run of what people will do and what people won't do. And we are the only country on the planet that really fought against the government. A lot of it,
because you focus on 80-20 issues. I'm looking at the Epstein issue as we have 80% of the information we need to prosecute these people that actually did anything, but you're focusing on the 20% trying to take down Donald Trump, which you're never going to get. So I'm going to keep sitting here with a smug-ass face on every single day.
I'll explain. Good question. I'll give you the answer. The Republican Party constantly talks about transgenders and transgender surgery to minors.
I'm mostly on the left, ideologically, but I don't associate with the Democrats because they're not ideologically on the left. The Democrats are clowns, and they're also losers.
About to be any engaging conversation. It's not about to be any discourse about different political ideologies, what works and what doesn't. If that is the outcome, right? For example, I'm not gonna go and just put myself in the middle of a KKK rally.
Verify me, I'm not a fucking fed. They always do this. I'll say this, right? But they did the same thing to Nick. We've seen the video. They'll call people who are genuine and authentic feds because
the interesting thing to me is that the ones that claim that they believe the Constitution are now trampling the Constitution. The ones that said they believed in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, right, are now going against the freedom of speech.
perspective.
They don't have no plan. They don't ever talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation.
Black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior.
You know, I usually just try to make fun of people on this app, but this shit's not even funny anymore.
What? Black person blaming white people for all their problems? You don't see that every day.
You're all so loud and proud. Jesus Christ.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Nora Christine.
Andre Williams.
And we have a very special... Go ahead.
Welcome to the new party, guys. Tonight's debate is titled, Does Black Fatigue Exist? We have Andre Williams and Simple Black Theory here. The idea of Black fatigue refers to the argument that many Black Americans feel exhausted by ongoing discussions of race, systemic inequality. However, others argue the opposite, that systemic barriers still require serious attention and discussion. And then we have the latter that say Black fatigue is simply getting tired of certain degenerate behavior by Black people in this country. And Andre represents that side. Tonight, we'll hear the two perspectives. Simple Black Theory is on the pro side of it, and Andre is on the negative, saying that Black fatigue simply means America's tired of Black degenerate behavior. Each debater will have opening statements, moderated questions, rebuttal, and closing arguments. We will begin with opening statements of 3 minutes each. Simply because it's alphabetical order, we will allow Andre to go first. Andre and Ohaji, aka Simple Black Theory, again, thank you for coming. For the intros, because you guys are so animated, we are going to have you solo on the screen, but during the debate, I will allow both of your faces. So here we go, Andre, go ahead.
Well, yeah, Black fatigue is a collective tiredness of the nigga behavior within the Black community. And we have a shitty culture, a shitty representation, a shitty identity currently. We're no longer a people who want to work for our own betterment. We want people to help us and beg rather than doing something for our own, for our own necessity. So, I've been in the Black fatigue mindset for a very long time. I grew up in a family that was tired of living around niggas and seeing nigga shit. I'm not a Black suburbanite. I'm not a Black conservative that is living in suburbia, disconnected from the real issues of Black people. I'm someone who lives around every day. I live in Detroit. My family didn't grow up like niggas. I didn't grow up from a hood ghetto family, but I had a family that was honest and worked very hard to own property, to serve this country, to be able to have a family, raise children. And we stayed in our own areas. And the one thing that we saw growing up constantly is, you look on the corner, people drinking all the time, fights, helicopters flying over, car. I mean, this is terrible in Detroit, especially in the early and mid 2000s. Really terrible. Who wants to live like that? The first people affected by this, the people who are greatly affected by this, are Blacks. It's not even white people. White people have to deal with it in proximity. So Black fatigue is, white people saying something, but really it should be Black people saying something, because we have to deal with the crime. We have to deal with the dysfunctional schools. We have to deal with the grifting politicians, both Republican and Democrat, who sell us out for Jewish influence and Jewish money. These people are not doing the best for us. We look what happened with Jasmine Crockett, a sellout. We look at what's happening with a lot of the Black conservative movement. These people are not honest. These people are doing it because they want to appease a certain group of people, but not work for the betterment of Black people. So, Black fatigue is only going to go on as long as we, as Black people, allow it. People are going to be tired of Black people. And it's a good thing that they're saying that we're exhausted and we're tired of your behavior, and not, you should get out. It's a beautiful thing. We're Americans. We can live in this country. We can do far more. I think the Black American is the most intelligent. Statistically, this is proven. The most intelligent, the most successful. We have the greatest amount of opportunity than any other Black people around the world. And instead of doing something with this advantage, we would rather sit back and beg for someone to help us or uplift us. No, we're tired of that. So as long as we continue to allow our children, and especially even more Black women, to lead the community, as long as we have absent-minded Black men with no purpose and no direction, Black fatigue is going to exist.
Okay, that was a strong opening, Ohaji. You got this, though. 3 minutes on the clock.
Strong opening is really a overstatement for what he said, because all he did was monologue. So what we're gonna understand is that when we talk about black fatigue, Andre has a weird deception of it, and how we're going to debunk what he says is with not only statistical analysis but with actual proof. I'm not going to sit here and monologue and give you a story and give you incidents. I'm actually going to give you statistical analysis in this argument. Andre is not going to be able to answer none of my questions, and all he's going to do is bring up antidotes while I bring out mathematical statistics. For one example, we have to understand that black people are 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of murder than white people. When we say wrongfully convicted, I mean that these individuals are convicted of the crime wrongfully. We also have to understand is that most people don't even go to court for their crime. 98% of most convictions are through plea deals, meaning that most of these people don't go through the court system, or don't go through don't go through a trial, doesn't go through a judge, or don't go through a jury. They accept a plea deal. Why? Because stats shows that majority of Americans can't afford a lawyer, which we have to understand that when we talk about the law system here, the number one person that gets away for a crime, or the people that actually gets their appeal go through, or are found innocent, are people who have better lawyers. That's one thing we have to understand. We also have to understand is that Andre's argument is tired, is dogged out tired. He's bringing shit from the 1980s, but he doesn't have nothing to be relevant to this. We know that not just crime is on the low for black people. There's less black on black crime than it's ever been, not just last year, but the year before and the year before. But he's not going to acknowledge that. Even when we can talk about education, more black people are graduating not just in high school but also in college. Study shows that when we look at higher learning, black people 25 and over are now graduating with their bachelor's. It went up 19% in 2023. We also have to understand that he talks about crime and he talks about black fatigue, and what we need to understand is that if black fatigue is black people committing certain crimes, what is considered white fatigue? This is the idea that he's going to push out, that's going to be very deceptive and wrong for anybody, because statistically we know that white people commit more rapes than anybody. 57% of rape perpetrators are white people. So are we now saying that that's white? Is that white fatigue? Am I tired of hearing about that? So yeah, at the end of the day, Andre don't know what the hell he's talking about, and I'm about to prove that.
Okay, both of y'all finished within time. So we are going to be fair. So first question, next question. So Ohaji, because Andre went first, the first question will go to you. You will have 2 minutes to respond, and then Andre will have 1 minute to rebut. What exactly does the term black fatigue mean to you? And do you believe it is a real social phenomenon?
So as we know, black fatigue came from Mary Frances Winters, who put the idea that the condition that black people live in America is what's fatiguing black people, having to go through these things. And we can notice this. And in this conversation, we're going to see this. Andre, he puts black fatigue in 3 problems that black people have: crime, family, and education. When we look at crime, study shows that black people are committing less crime year by year. In fact, there's less homicide and more suicides that's happening. And the number one people that are committing suicides are white people. In fact, when it comes to gun violence, majority of gun violence are coming from suicide, and there's less homicide that's happening. In fact, the last time I looked at the numbers, it was 5%. It went lower now. When we look at family, Andre sits here and says that black women are destroying the family. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. A study shows that majority of families does have a black father. Majority of families do have a black. In fact, there's more black fathers in the family than white fathers, and it just shows that. I think it's almost more than 80% for black fathers compared to 60% for white fathers. And in studies also shows that black kids in a 2-parent household still face significant struggles compared to a child with 1-parent household. In fact, statistics shows that a child with a 2-parent household is significantly going to get arrested or get in trouble with the police at the same rate as a white child with 1-parent household. So, and that's another thing. And the last thing, I got 30 seconds, but these analysis already prove. And when Andre talks, I want him to give me real statistics. He's not gonna say shit. I'm gonna watch. He's gonna give me anecdotes and almost bitch, if I may say.
Everyone watching, please hit the like button. Also, only questions we're answering are through super chats, and we will be answering them at the end. Andre, 1 minute to rebut.
Capita. That's all I really got to say is per capita. I mean, we look at crime. Crime is not going down among Black people. Per capita, it's significantly higher. When it comes to child abuse, that's significantly higher per capita. I mean, this is just basic mathematics. I mean, yeah, there's more white people in the country. Because there's more white people, there's going to be more, when we're looking at these portions of crime or suicide. Honestly, we talk about suicide. When it comes to doing it by gun or by hanging, that's something that's increased over the last few years, especially among Black men around that's in Gen Z. So I don't know what crackhead Frederick Douglass is talking about, but he doesn't understand per capita. I think he's completely removed from mathematics. He's like, we're going to break it down statistically, man. And it's like, dude, okay. But I'll just go into this. Yes, Black women have destroyed the Black community. Black music has destroyed the Black community. The education, when you look at the average SAT score of a Black student coming out of any predominantly Black area, is, I would say, with mid 800s. You have some schools that are performing well, but that's still subpar compared to every other racial group that comes here. It's not even running. Hispanics are performing far better than Black Americans, and many of them have only been here for like the last 60 years. That's fucking embarrassing. So I really don't know what Low Dog is talking about, but he clearly doesn't understand anything about per capita. I mean, that's just the basis right there. Per capita. That's all we really got to say. Boom, done.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. Question 2 goes to Andre. Andre, is Black fatigue caused by systemic racism, media narratives, or internal community dynamics?
Internal community dynamics. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, there is no systemic racism. I mean, you have a lot of Black billionaires, a lot of successful Black people politically, economically, doing very well, especially over the last 20 years. Let's say the beginning of the century, Black people have made a turnaround economically. But what the big problem is that when Black people are successful, the greatest enemy of a successful Black man or a successful Black woman is another Black person. What's the biggest thing that we see out of our community? The moment that someone Black gets some money, they run to the white area. They run to the white community. They run to the suburbs. They don't want to stay there because they have to deal with the crime. They have to deal with the instability. They have to deal with all the different problems that exist within our community that we're not willing to police. The biggest thing that we need to do beforehand is we need to be really tough on crime. I'm talking the death penalty for harsh criminals, rapists, murderers, drug dealers. We have to be very harsh on that. Then education. We have to be very strict in the schools. I mean, the schools are like jungles now. The teachers don't run the classroom, the children do. And then finally, we have to get Black women in order and Black men to stand up. And that's a very serious conversation we really need to have. But it's going to require Black men to, hey, put your head up. And who gives a fuck about how someone feels? It's about what's good, what's necessary, what's beneficial for our survival.
Oh, Haji, what's your rebuttal?
Holy fuck. Andre, don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I do want to touch on the per capita, which I didn't say in the beginning, which he was smiling fact. What we need to understand is that when we talk about per capita and crimes with Black people, we need to understand that when we talk about per capita, they're based on convictions. And I said previously that Black people are more times more likely to be convicted of a crime than white people, meaning that they're wrongly convicted. So those numbers are also skewed. We also have to understand that Black people are more likely to be to have police initiated encounters than white people. There's less Black people on the road, but they're more likely to have traffic stops compared to white people. We also have to understand that per capita, like I said, it's based on convictions. So it focuses on the relationship on the individual and law enforcement, which we know that Black people have less likely chance of having a good encounter with a police officer. What we also need to understand is that Andre doesn't even have real numbers to even back this up. He's going to say 1350, and he might even bring up stats from the FBI that only talks about arrest rates, which again, arrest rates does not mean convictions. We know that Black people are more likely to be arrested, but when it comes to convictions, Black people are more likely to be convicted for the wrong crime. Andre's not going to have no statistical data to back up his reason why Black people are arrested. And when we go to the idea that Black people are doing terrible in school. Again, he even pointed out that black people are doing better. Again, he's pushing out old rhetoric that people used in the old times. We've seen that black people are doing statistically far much better. We're also seeing that statistics also shows that there's this thing called adultification, which is the idea of seeing a child as older as they should be for black children compared to white children. We actually seen this. There was a study where officers would say that and when a black child is in a neighborhood, that neighborhood is automatically going to be worse off compared when a white child comes to that neighborhood. This has been done in the I think it's called the exonerationproject.org. You can check that out. We also have to understand is that fuck.
You're good. Nora, are you there? Let me go to the next question. So who went first? Andre last time? Let me pull it up. I should have had it already.
If I'm mistaken, I went first and he went. The
All
question
right.
I totally forgot.
So the next question is: do discussions of racism help or harm the progress of Black Americans today? Andre, I'll let you go first. Since Haji just went.
Say that again. Does the go ahead?
Do discussions of racism help or harm the progress of Black Americans today?
Well, my entire argument is that racism is natural. As long as you're going to have this multiracial, multi-ethnic society, as long as there's multiple racial groups in the entire world, there's always going to be racism. It's never going to go away. If this world was, skinny and fat people, well, people are going to be making fat jokes and skinny jokes. If there was two different groups of people, as long as there's some difference among a people, phenotypical, genetically, anything, people are going to acknowledge that difference and call it out. I mean, if we all were gray people looking the same, there's going to be certain things that are going to divide us. Height, our shape, whatever, our hair texture, all that is still going to exist. So you're never going to get rid of racism, and it's kind of like just a retarded objective to even push. And it is what it is. But it doesn't harm anyone. I mean, the thing is that when we live in this is a good thing. Honestly, it's actually good when you have a society like this, like America, where you have I would just say mainly blacks and whites. It's kind of like this brother system, this brother household system. I'm going to shit on you when you're acting poorly. That's what racism is today. It's not, I hate you because you're different. I don't like your behavior. Your behavior is shitty, dude. That's unbecoming of what an American should be or what a civilized society expects. So that's more important. I don't want to say something. He's talking about exonerations. The exoneration rate for Black Americans, there's only been 3,000.
I didn't say exoneration. I said convictions. I said conviction.
You did bring up exoneration. There's only been 3,000 exonerations from 1989 to 2024. That's it. Out of the millions of Black people that's been in jail and all of them who've gone to jail, I don't know what bro is talking about, but yeah, he has no understanding of per capita or the exoneration rate or crime. He's like, well, the police are more likely to pull over a Black person or being the Black. Yeah, because there's more crime going on that area per capita. And we can see that over the last 30 years, that's been consistent, very consistent. And I never said that Black students are doing well. I said that Black billionaires economically, Black people economically have improved. So there we go.
Go ahead, Nora. Next question.
Oh, did Ohaji didn't rebuttal yet?
Yeah.
No, I ain't get. I had to hit this. That stupid shit. First, dummy, I said Black people are 7.5 times more likely to be convicted of murder. Exoneration rates play a role too. I'm still right though, right? Black people are more likely to be convicted. You wonder why? I wonder why too. Why Black people are more likely?
Yourself right there.
Why is he talking? And yeah, shut up. As I was saying, first of all, that makes no sense. Black people are more likely to be wrongfully convicted of a crime, more likely to do that. I'm not saying exoneration. We also have to understand that exonerations are hard to have. In fact, you're less likely to have your appeal to go through than anything. So obviously, when it comes to exonerations, you're less likely to have it. How many exonerations happen? Again, if you look at appeals, you're less likely to have your appeal to go through than to have it. This is why Black people are more likely to be in jail and wrongly convicted. It will stay. We also have to understand is that, yes, talking about racism is highly important because Andre obviously doesn't understand how racism works. In one essence, he sits here and says, yes, he believes in racism. And then the second essence says that systemic racism doesn't exist. That doesn't make any fucking sense. How do you sit here and acknowledge that racism does exist, but cannot acknowledge that racism can be used systemically. That doesn't make any sense. We also have to understand that before Andre did sit here and say that black people were doing better, when he was talking about SATs, he said that we were doing better. Now he wants to sit here and change his mind. Why? Because he understands that his wording needs to shift. He understands that he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's using old rhetoric that niggas was using in the 1980s. Shut the fuck up. I interrupted you one time. That's it. Okay? Andre is a fucking coon. He's an Uncle Tom, and he gonna say that Uncle Tom is a good thing. Uncle Tom was a shut the fuck up. Uncle Tom is an individual who wanted to be a slave. He was okay with being a slave. Look at him. He's smiling, and that's what Uncle. Listen, that's what coon does. Smile with the red paint in your face. In fact, every time you smile, I want you to give that big ass grin, because I'm gonna screenshot it. You fucking ass coon.
Someone's chimping out heavy.
My gosh. Okay. All right. Guys, let's not interrupt each other because we're having a good debate. Guys, there are over 600 people watching. Please hit the like button. Shout out to Enzo. He's also streaming this on TikTok. So if y'all are on TikTok, please come do the poll. We have a poll. Who won the debate? I appreciate Simple Black Theory and Andre for doing this tonight. It's a hard discussion that we need to be having in the Black community. And I'm going to have Ohaji kick this one off. Has the focus on racial issues in politics empowered Black communities or created division?
It actually empowered Black communities. It's fun. I remember Andre again is as beat by a whole bunch of people, and all I thought was, imagine if he had Black people there to help him out. In fact, we're seeing more Black people being empowered. 92% of Black people voted for Kamala Harris, so we're seeing more empowerment. We're actually seeing more Black people creating more outlets to help each other. This is why we're seeing an increase of more affluent Black neighborhoods, such as Woodmore, Mitchellville, I think that's in Maryland, Cascade in Atlanta, and Baldwin Hill, I think it's a few others, and we're actually seeing more affluent neighborhoods. We're actually seeing the Black race actually increase in size, and we're actually seeing Black production increase as well. Again, Andre is spewing out nonsense. He says that Black women aren't doing anything, but statistically, Black women are more educated than Black men. Statistically, Black women are actually doing harder jobs in the field than Black men, but getting paid less. In fact, I know more Black women who has a higher education level than Andre himself. I don't know if he has a college diploma, a college diploma, but I guarantee you that I know that Black women have higher diplomas in. Yeah, exactly. Educated. And that's the idea. Andre spits out that he believes that Black people needs to be more educated. He spits out that Black people needs to focus on their money and don't need to bug out with nigger shit. But we need to understand, when it comes to hip hop, who's number one hip hop artist? A white man, Eminem. That's a fact. We also need to understand that the number 2 artist is Drake, and Drake isn't even considered a gangster artist. So he sits there. And then we also need to understand that 70% of music consumed from hip hop is coming from white people. So my idea is, Andre sits here and says that Black people mentally get niggers out, then that means Andre automatically has that. And the thing is, Andre needs to understand that whatever he says towards to Black people, it would go to him. In fact, when he says women are bitches, his mom's a bitch. His sister's a bitch. His cousin's a bitch. They would be considered bitches based on his definition.
All right, Andre, what's your rebuttal to the question? I think the question was, do politics help or hurt has the focus on racial issues in politics, empowered Black communities or created division?
Creates more division. I don't know what he's talking about. He's all over the place. Crackhead Elmer Fudd here doesn't know what he's talking about. Black Elmer Fudd, I don't know what he's talking about. Yo, mama a bitch. Like, he's just proving every stereotype to be true. He's chimping out. Look at him chimp out in the screen. I'm telling you, these people just prove my point. No matter what, I'm always right in everything I say. I haven't found a single person be able to debunk me or to disprove me. And this dude is doing a poor job of doing it. So I really don't even know what to say about this dude. It's fucking hilarious. Let's get into what he said about Black women. A lot of feminine behavior, a lot of women behavior going on here right now. Black women have raised Black men to be these simple, simp-ass Tyrones that will sit here and say, well, Black women are actually doing better. Black women are actually doing better than Black men. That's not a good thing. You want men to be leading society. You want men to be progressing in society. And to go back into the racism argument about how racism is just natural. I mean, this has been going on since the dawn of time. Now, is there systematic racism in America? No, there's nothing barring me from going outside and doing well. There's nothing going on right now today that bars me from being successful. The only thing that does is other black people. When a black person is more successful, guess what? They're killed. They're silenced. They're put down. He's like, well, you're a coon and Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was a hero, by the way. And the coon shit, nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares about the coon shit. People, normal people who are successful, normal people who are honest and hardworking, they will look at someone like myself and say, this is someone I want to be around. And they'll look at someone like Osajifo over here, and they're like, I don't want to be around this fucking African. I don't know what he is or where he comes from, but they're like, there needs to be a whip and maybe a plantation he needs to go on. I don't know. I would say we need to start putting black people like this on some plantations. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, Haji, are you foundational Black American, or are you from another? I don't know where you're from. I'm just asking since he's bringing that up, so we can clarify, because I'm pretty sure you're not African, but I want to make sure.
I'm Haitian American, so my family's from
Okay. So Andre, he's not African. I just wanted to fact check live because I thought I saw.
I mean, technically, I got lineage. I got lineage there. So.
You got a little lineage, all right. A little lineage, dog. Okay, whatever.
Do you know?
We're
yes,
people.
That's facts.
Island people come over to claim we've got to defend the black people. Okay, island nigga.
What are you, bro? I'm literally born and raised in Miami. What are you talking about?
First generation,
bro.
First generation.
Does that matter?
It does.
You're changing. Okay, I have a question for you, Andre. I have a question for you. What do you think is the number one killer of black men?
Black men.
And that's why I tell you his stats are old as fuck. It's heart disease. It's heart disease. Like I said, no, nigga, I'm telling you, you literally you do no research. You do no research. Your facts are so fucking old. You sat here and told me the number one killer for black men is other black men. My nigga, that's old as fuck. It's heart disease. It's heart disease, nigga. It's heart, but you didn't know that. You didn't know that.
You
didn't know that.
Oh, Haji. But anyways, we're gonna let Andre do the next question. Do concepts like systemic racism and white privilege, Andre, contribute to fatigue, or do you think necessary awareness? I'm sure you're gonna say the answer is fatigue, but tell us why.
Yeah, like the systematic racism shit, like I said, there's nothing barring myself or Osajifo over here from doing anything in this country. I mean, the only people who do stop us from doing anything is black people. And white privilege, listen, it's a privilege to be an American. It's a privilege to, honestly, there's a lot more black privilege when it comes to the courts, because a lot of these judges, especially liberal white judges, love kissing the ass of black men and like giving them a second chance. We saw this with the guy in Charlotte. We saw this, I think this was recently with another guy. What was the other guy who killed some kid or something like that, and he got off? We see this all the time with a lot of these black criminals who are getting off because of either black women letting them go or liberal, fat, ugly white women letting them go. Fuck liberal white women. Just have to say that. We have to always put a one on that. But yeah, fatigue exists because black people don't want to solve the problem. Black people would rather sit back and chimp out. Black people would rather be overly emotional. We don't have strong men in our community. Everyone wants to have a conversation like a child or a little girl, and not like a man, and not like men with purpose and direction. Homeboy's like, well, I got more educated. Education doesn't really mean anything. It's about intelligence. We're talking about IQ. We're talking about the level of intelligence. That's completely different. Someone can go to, I've debated a lot of people who've gone to college and, I've got a degree in psychology, a degree in political science. And they can't tell me any fucking thing that you would probably need to learn and understand once they get out of it. So really, it doesn't really matter if you've got a degree or not in today's society. That's great. It does show, some credentials are nice on a resume, but it's more of how intelligent are you? And how can you prove your intelligence through your action, through your word?
Oh, Haji, same question for your rebuttal. Do concepts like systemic racism and white privilege contribute to fatigue or necessary awareness?
Yes, unfortunately, certain things like this create people like Andre, someone who's so lost, who sits here and will tell black people that getting an education is not as important. Which doesn't make any sense. He questions black people's intelligence, but then questioning it based on their SATs. I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I digress. What we do need to understand is that what Andre does is he pushes out old rhetoric with no factual base off of it. Again, he brings out per capita, but when I asked him, if you ask him where's these numbers coming from, he's gonna get it from arrest rates, or he's gonna get it from convictions, which we understand that those convictions are skewed. I mentioned that Black people are more likely wrongfully convicted. I mentioned that Black people are more likely going to be going to have police initiated encounters, which he doesn't have nothing to say. We also have to understand the education system. Statistics shows that Black students are more likely to be suspended, if not expelled, for the same offense as a white child. And this has been proven.
Why?
Shut, Andre, please stop chimping out. Okay, you are chipping out. Okay, please. I'm talking. Stop talking.
He's
all
learning
right?
a new word from me.
Yes. I learned it from a chimp. Thank you. Monkey see, monkey do, right? As I was saying, what we also need to understand is that Andre's definition on Black fatigue never really made sense. And what he does is he emotionally blames other people. As you can see, he sat here and just blamed Black women, despite the fact that Black women are more educated. But Andre doesn't care about that. He wants Black men to be more educated. But Andre is one of those Black men who are not in that realm. Andre, unfortunately, isn't as that Black man as he wants to be, like I am. Listen, I am an educated Black man. I have a woman that I get to marry. I don't have kids, and guess what? After I get married, I can have kids with her. Guess what? We both make income, financially income, and I understand the stigmas. We both are not the same. I know you're not living the same lifestyle as me. I'm living what you say. Stop talking, Andre. I'm living exactly what you keep preaching. The only difference is I would never get my ass beat by a whole bunch of white people preaching in their faces. You know why? Not only do I got niggas that have my back, but I can hold myself down. You in Detroit, you still got your ass beat.
Recently?
I don't get. Guess what? And niggas still got me out. I got niggas that got me out. You got arrested.
I got out because someone. Guess what? I got out because one of the people at the jail liked my content.
Oh, so one of the people. I had people outside, nigga, fucking with me like that, nigga, within an hour, like that, nigga. Stop playing, nigga.
Why are we like flexing like jail? I got out of jail early, nigga. Yeah.
Oh, Haji, just like I wanted to debunk him saying you were African, Andre's actually married to a Black woman, so that's a W for him. Surprisingly, because I know you call him a coon, and you know a lot of them, you know, the
that's
ones that you're referring to, they don't have Black.
You get cool points. You still a coon. You still a coon ass nigga. But hey,
I'm a coon because I want Black people to be better, because I call it out aggressively. Like this entire argument.
What you mean? First of all, stop saying that. And second of all, you've been blaming. Yeah,
I can't
you've
say
been blaming.
Now?
Can you stop?
What's wrong
Can I go?
Retarded? Oh, what's wrong with saying retarded? Can we get on that?
It's Andre's turn.
Are you?
No, you want to repeat?
Yeah, are you like offended by retarded? I'll just say retarded in every sentence at the end of every sentence now.
You are what you say.
All this retarded shit he's saying. Oh, we are what we say. Okay,
let's call it Andre.
This is like playground level fucking.
Let's call it Andre.
You are what you say. I know I am. What are you?
Let's call it Andre.
All right, Andre, it's your turn. Do concepts like systemic racism and white privilege contribute to fatigue or necessary awareness?
Hey, it's just necessary awareness. I mean, we have a team. Black people are a team. Black Americans, most importantly. All right. Those who've been here for generations. And this is the point I was trying to get to. I only care about those who've been here for generations. All right. Now, the people who've siphoned over here in the last 60 years, okay, you guys can have a conversation. But if you're not 3 generations into the country, both Black and white, just shut the fuck up. I'm just going to be honest. All right. That's my opinion. That's how I view it. We as a team are not operating properly. In the military, when the company's fucked up, it doesn't matter how many people are high speed, doesn't matter how many people are good at fucking the ACFT or they fucking quality range. It doesn't matter how fucking how they get shit done on whatever. If the company's fucked up, the commander's gonna come out and say, hey man, listen, hey, we gotta get shit together. And everybody's gonna fucking be here at this time on the fucking duty day. We're gonna stay here, do whatever. And that's how we operate. And we get better at that. That's how it is. I'm looking at Black people is we're not able to operate as a team. We're not able to work together. We have Black women running the community. Things are not going properly. The children are uneducated. The schools are fucking failing, right? They demand 6 figures, 6 inches, all this other shit, and they get nothing. We're not a functioning community. We're not a functioning team that can work together. Everyone else has their own problems. And I just hate this like dumb shit. We have to mention white people every 10 seconds. We don't need to when we're dealing with our own shit. If my house is fucked up, I'm not going to worry about what my neighbors are doing or what the people on the other side of the fucking street are doing. I care about what's going on in my house first. I'm going to cut the grass, fix the roof, focus on the internals. And then we can start talking about the neighborhood. The niggas don't even talk about what's going on in the living room. They're not even educated to talk about what's going on in the kitchen sink. So, I mean, we should completely remove ourselves from crying about the systematic racism or white privilege when, like I said, it's a privilege to be an American and systematic racism doesn't exist. There's, like I said, there's nothing holding me back as a black man or even him. And that's what I'm trying to get. It's people like this that are the cancer that exists within the black community. And they fit into my 4 types of black Americans. I'm telling you, he fits into that. I would say, honestly, I'm going to give him I'm going to have to give him a demotion. He fits in that bottom tier, that 4th tier. Maybe you can watch the video and understand. I was thinking maybe he was like the number 1, the number 2, but no, I think he fits that bottom tier.
Damn. Okay. Well, I don't even know. Should I have Ohaji answer this question? I'm just kidding, Ohaji. You still got your black card, even though he tried to take it tonight because you're from the Caribbean.
I think it's trying to go first, right?
No, it's Ohaji's.
Okay.
Is there a generational divide among black Americans on these issues?
Yes. I mean, statistically, we've seen that Americans read at a 7th grade reading level. Andre shows that inherently. He proves this very much. He sits here and when we say racism, you can tell he doesn't know what racism is. He sits here and will tell you that Uncle Tom was a hero. This shows that his reading comprehension is kind of slow because, yes, at the end, Uncle Tom did lose his life trying to protect enslaved African Americans that left. But also in the same sense, it's the same enslaved man that believed that it was okay to be a slave and was okay with that. He was the type of guy who was getting beaten by the massa and was smiling. This is why you see Andre constantly smiling, no matter how much I show him statistics that he's wrong. Again, prove it or gone. Andre is so Andre. We also need to understand is that Andre sits here and says that, oh, the black family dynamic isn't there, but I literally just gave him statistics from the Institute of Family Studies that literally says that black men are more in the family than white men. But Andre will sit here and it will tell you that white fathers are better. This man tap dances for the white man. This man glazes the white man. I swear, if this man was white, he would be happy. He would sit here and he would tell you that, oh, I'm not part of the nigger land. I'm not part of the niggerdom. But he acts like a nigger right here. Like he does exact same thing. He will smile every now and then. He wants to comment like you're just as much as a nigga I am. The sad part about it is I brought the statistics. I told you that black people, 19%. 19%. We had an increase of 19% of black people graduating from college. We're seeing more black people graduating from high school. We're seeing less black crimes. You have not acknowledged none of these things. Why? You're constantly bitching about the old, but you're not realizing that what's in front of you is real.
Andre, you have 1 minute to rebuttal. Is there a generational divide among black Americans on these issues?
Yeah, this is why I shit on black Gen Xers so much, because it's a generation of failure. I mean, every problem that exists when it comes to crime, when it comes to the dysfunctional black household, when it comes to the music, especially rap music, hip hop, even the decline of R&B and soul. I mean, it's been something that the black Gen Xers have really destroyed our community. That's a generation of failure, a generation of, half is a bunch of crackheads. Other ones are, I was the shit back in 95, nigga. They peaked in the 90s. Oh, I was the best at the club, nigga. We used to drink Moet. Okay, that's cool, nigga. So what are you doing now? What do you have to pass on to the black Gen Zers who are coming up? And most of them don't have anything. Black Gen Z is a generation of neglect, of abuse and depression. I think that's very common with much of American Gen Z. But that's what it is. And I don't know what he's talking about. It's like, you haven't acknowledged the success. No, there's not been any success academically. Economically, there's been a lot of improvement. But even with that, that's mainly I would say, of the older generation, not of the younger generation. And some of it coming up with a lot of the millennials. But Not entirely. We still have a significant crime and cultural problem. I mean, listen, doesn't matter how much money you get. Doesn't matter if you go to I went to whatever school. We look at the schools, they're letting these kids pass just with a bare minimum. The education system in this country is fucking poor, especially within the Black community. We have a shitty education system in this country. And Black people, we're affected by it even more because guess what? The children run the classroom and not the teachers. And niggas like this who are like, you ain't educated enough. It's like, okay, you read it at 7th grade level. It's like, dude, you've been speaking in Ebonics this entire time. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's like, nigga, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a rap music video, with this nigga over here. But that's what it is. That's what we're looking at. There's a generational divide. Black Gen Zers need to wake up and realize that we have to work together because we've inherited a significant problem culturally, socially. And the only way we're going to fix this is by being aggressive and harsh.
Okay. So this next question, I'm going to have Ohaji. Actually, Andre, you would kick it off. Do social media and political activism amplify racial tensions rather than solve them?
No, social media, I mean, regardless of how we feel about it, it's here. I think it's a good thing. It highlights we're able to talk and interact with each other a lot more. We're able to see what's going on across the country, around the world, in a blink of an eye. It's, it used to be written in the paper, and you look at the 80s and 90s, you have to read it on the internet if you had access to a computer, which was very expensive. So now, I mean, you just go on your phone and see what's going on. Someone can talk about anything. Now we have, of course, systems to fact check that and to verify it. But I think social media has done a lot, and it's good to have it. And it comes to political activism. I am somebody who's been doing it for about a year and a half now, going out to 7 protests. I've done it mainly by myself. That's what I believe in. I stand up as somebody who served this country, somebody who believes in this country. And I've gone with a group of guys. I've gone by myself. I've gone with, all that type of shit. It's very important to get your message out there. But I'm starting to realize it's not good if you don't have a strong team to really back you. And this is something that the right needs to understand. We have failed in getting out on the ground because it's been so diluted with all this pro-Trump garbage and all this fucking bootlicking shit that we've seen. It's not really a nationalistic, authentic movement anymore. It's more of this like fucking how pro-Trump and how pro-Republican we are. And it's not working at all. It's not working. I think our generation, Gen Z, is going to be the most fanatical, the most aggressive when it comes to political activism, both left and right. And there's going to be a clash between the two, and there needs to be one. I'm someone of the belief that things are going to get worse before they get better, and they need to get worse before they get better. So people on the right need to really wake up and to stand on what they believe in, but band together with like-minded individuals and even Black people broadly. We need to stand up and fight against the niggas and the criminals and the drug dealers, the gangs in our community that are enabling us from going forward, inhibiting us from going forward.
Ohaji, same question. Do social media and political activism amplify racial tensions rather than solve them?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I believe so. There's numerous types of social media accounts, such as Andre, that pushes this idea that Black people aren't doing better. But Andre numerous times contradicts himself. He sits here and say that Black people are doing financially better, but then says it's because the older people, which doesn't make sense because then he says that but then says that Black people have been financially having a problem. So I don't get how older people were financially not affluent, but then all of a sudden when we talking about oh wait, because you keep chimping out.
I'm just saying, you keep saying and shit. Like, are you reading the script and it's saying did you do that in class when you were going to high school? And the dog ran down the road. Did you do that too?
Yo, you're tap dancing hard as fuck. Can I continue or are you gonna go?
Not tap dancing. We're holding. This is a standard. We're trying to.
I'll wait, Andre. Go.
Ray, start the time over so Ohaji has time to finish.
All right, I'll start over. Ohaji.
Andre, shut the fuck up. Great. As I was saying till I was interrupted by this man who's literally just talking for no reason. Again, I don't want to beat a dead horse. Yes, we have to understand is that the internet's going to show everything. It's going to show the good, the bad. And this is what Andre does. He purposely chooses videos of Black people doing things. And this is why we have to understand that Andre is being very subjective. He picks very malicious things that Black people, and this is the thing, we have to understand that Black people do crimes, such just like white people, just like anybody else. Andre specifically focuses on that, which pushes this narrative, which is sad. But it's okay because statistically it disproves him. Again, we can talk about the three main things that he talked about. Crime. I've mentioned that black people statistically are more likely to be wrongfully convicted of a crime. He hasn't said nothing about that. He's going to push the idea that Black people are committing crime. All those statistics shows that Black people are committing less crime year by year since 2021. I'm talking about his argument is almost fucking 5 years old, but he's going to stick with that because there's a lot of white people that enjoys this type of content. When we talk about the Black family, again, I sat here and spoke how the Black father is in the household, but he does not want to acknowledge that. He's going to push the idea that the Black woman who is more educated, who has attended more college credits than the Black man, who does harder jobs than the Black man, but receives less pay. He says that Black women are the problem, but we know that there's more Black women than Black men. Black women are doing far much better in education than Black women, than Black men. Black women are actually statistically smarter than Black men. And even when we look at high school, one thing I also want to say is that, yes, there's a lot of single mothers out there, although statistically shows, again, that there's more Black fathers in the households than white fathers. We know that Black women are more likely going to be in these single parent households. Statistically, Black women still do better in single parent households than Black men. So it's either you need to do fucking better or you need to stop bitching and do fucking better.
Okay, guys, I can't believe we're on the last question. So please, you guys have about 10 more minutes in to get your super chats and your questions. We are only answering super chat questions. If you're on Andre's side, please support him. If you're on the New Party side, please support us and send in your questions. Should the focus shift from racial issues toward economic opportunity and class issues? Question for Ohaji to kick it off.
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm curious to know how Andre is going to answer this because he's been flip-flopping. He sits here and says that racism is real, and then says that systemic racism isn't real, then says that Black people are doing financially better, but then saying that Black people aren't doing great. So that question, I'm curious to know how he's going to answer it, because again, there's numerous times where, and I hope he doesn't try to correct me now and say that he did not say that Black people are making more money now and are economically getting better, but I digress. I do think we have to focus on both problems. Again, it's wild how an individual sits here and says that racism is real, and then in the same sentence say that systemic racism is not real. That doesn't make any sense. Systemic racism is real, and the reason why we know that is because Black people are 2.8 times more likely to be killed by a police officer. Andre would sit here and tell you, well, that's because Black people are more likely to do crazy shit when there's a police officer. Well, statistics shows that white people get killed more by police officers. Again, Black people are more likely, white people are killed more. So if I ask Andre, why are white people killed more by police officers? He's gonna say there's more white people. I'm confused. If there's more white people, do they automatically just go crazy and act like criminals? And this is the things that we have to understand. He keeps pushing the idea of black fatigue, but then again, it's gonna push the idea of white fatigue. And we talk about white people. In Rhode Island, there was a bunch of preachers, a church that actually was raping children for years, and we just now discovered it because they were lying. These were white preachers. We know that rape is a problem in the white community. Is that white fatigue, or are we just gonna say that that's a problem everywhere? Well, we know that it's a majority problem in white households, but Andre's not going to acknowledge that. He's going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm a Black man, I'm going to focus on a Black problem. But I want to ask you, in these last few minutes, explain to me my statistics in crime. I want you to explain to me how my convictions are wrong. I want you to explain to me how Black fathers in the household is wrong. I want you to explain to me how the education, how Black people are getting more education is wrong. I want you to explain all of that with real statistics.
I'm going to allow each of you guys to ask a question to each other, but at the end. But for now, Andre, can you respond to, should the focus shift from racial issues toward economic opportunities and class issues?
I was hoping that the Epstein files would have people wake up and said it's like this dumb Democrat Republican bullshit. I mean, it's race and class. We have a Jewish supremacy problem that affects both Black and white Americans. We're both fucked over by, if we want to talk about systemic racism in any kind of way, it's coming from Jews, really. If we're going to have that conversation, it's honestly Jews, but it's not white people. White people virtually have really no power even to maintain their own communities. I mean, what are we talking about? And black people the same way. We have a country of weak whites and dysfunctional blacks. That's what we have. And we have Jews running the show. And we see this today, what's going on with this kind of love for Israel, this evangelical push for Israel love and all this gay. This shit's retarded. Honestly, that's the most depressing part. I'm willing to focus on that. And this is why I'm like, hey, black people, we have to do better, because the last piece to the Jewish question is black people being conscious of the Jewish issue and being understanding that when we talk about rapes, mainly it's done by Jews. Honestly, that's something we don't want to talk about. They do it way far more per capita than white people do, or even black people. That's a big problem. And when it comes to rapes, actually, it's black people per capita. So I don't know what King is talking about over here, but he can his ass all the way to the bank. And that's what we have. We have a significant problem in this country economically. Both black and white Americans, both middle class, hardworking black and white Americans are affected by the low wages, big multinational corporations who are mainly owned by Jews, who will fuck over the American worker in order to get their own profit and to ship in foreign labor, cheap foreign labor, illegal immigrants, disgusting people who don't need to be here. They'll rather bring these people in for cheap labor, cheap votes, and to keep their profits instead of hiring American workers and American people. And that's a big problem that we have. And that's mainly the older generation who's supportive of that. They don't want to serve the interests of the average American. And my generation's being fucked over by that. And I would say even the earlier part of millennials are being fucked over by that. So we have to really solve this problem that we have within the Western society, within the Western culture, and especially within the black community. We really have to solve it.
Gray, do you have a question you want to ask them?
I just want to play. Steven Crowder went to a black barbershop and he talked to the people there about black fatigue. So I just want to play a quick few minutes of that before they go to their rebuttals.
Have you guys heard of the term black fatigue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys know what that means?
Since the last time you came, that's become a thing. Yeah, I was about to say that's just become a recent thing.
And do you know what it means?
No, I'm not sure.
I'm going to ask that. White people are 12 times as likely to be killed by a black person than the other way around. I'm just going to shoot you straight. It's not even close.
Where?
Across the country.
Ain't nobody coming after you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody tripping on you. But these people in just as scared as the other folks.
They are if they get on a bus.
Not necessarily.
They are if they get on a train.
That lady wasn't in danger because that man was black. That lady was in danger because that man was crazy.
Nope.
Whenever we want to ask for equality and fairness, it's a problem. So white America.
So it spends several $1 trillion. When is it enough?
Where's the bird?
No.
Where's the bird?
You're
not stopping white America from doing anything.
You know what? The bird just burned down $4 billion worth of cities and 60,000 assaults.
No.
There's 3 times to 4 times as much homework than the black kid, and the white kid does 2 to 3. Why?
Because it's cultural, it's conditional.
Exactly.
So why is it better parenting from Asian than white parents? Why?
You said what?
Why are we having real talk? Why do young black men fight in packs?
So do either of you guys have questions for each other? Ohaji, I know you had one. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, Andre, let's talk about per capita real quick. Can you mathematically break down what per capita is? Don't give me the number of how much.
If you're looking at a population in its totality, right? You're going to look at the exact numbers as it is, right? There are more white people in the country. I think
that's not what I'm asking you. Stop. No. Let me break down my question. I know. Let me break down my question better. You're not. Stop. The question is, what is the formula? What is the formula? What is the formula? That's what I'm asking. What is the formula?
Can I answer the question that you wanted me to ask? Can I answer the question you wanted me to ask?
Go ahead,
I'm going to explain what per capita is. So we're looking at something in a population in its totality, right? That's something we're going to look at an exact number. This population is like 50 million black people in America, and about 220 million black people in America. Excuse me, the numbers are off. Stop fucking talking. You can your way the entire debate, but you're not going to sit back and like do that with me. I'm the big dog here, so we'll just keep it like that. So now, if we want to break it down by per person, right? By per head, that's what per capita is. Per head, per person. We can do it by 1,000. We can do it by 10,000. We can do it by 100,000. It's based on how many people in that area and what we're looking at, the scope of what we're looking at. So as we know, and you can deny this all you want, the statistics prove that black people commit more crime per capita than anyone else in the country. Black people commit more crime per capita than anyone else in the country. And that's just a fact. We look at, when it comes to even child abuse, hold on, we can look at child abuse. Black people commit more child abuse in the Black community than anyone else per capita. More likely to go to jail. This is something that we have. This is the problem that we have. And we have simp ass motherfuckers like this who won't have the conversation. And this is why we're losing. They'll sit back and defend Black women and say, Black women are like the queens.
You're monologuing.
The queen, what the fuck? If these bitches are the queens, what the fuck does
you're filibustering?
That's the good question.
Yo, you didn't answer the question.
Are.
First of all,
I'm Chuck Schumer right now.
No, stop.
I'm Chuck
My
Schumer.
turn.
We're going to filibuster all the way. I'm Mitch McConnell. We'll filibuster all the way.
That's fine. I would have said Cory Booker because that's who filibustered. But listen,
go ahead and a little bit more. How much you gonna tonight? We're gonna all the way.
So you didn't answer the question with per capita. So my question is, you're done? Thank you. So when I asked you the question of per capita, the question was, what is the formula for per capita? We know it's population. What are you dividing the population by? Is it the number of crimes that happen? Is the number of convictions, the number of arrests? That's what I'm trying to understand. You're not answering that.
How are you?
Huh? Okay, you're going in and out.
I said already.
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear
I did this
him?
Entire time. Yeah, I already did. I did this entire time, dude.
So what are we dividing the population by? What are we dividing the population by?
What are we looking at? Are we looking at crime?
I'm confused. You saying Black people commit more crime by right? By per capita.
Yes, so we're doing it by race. So the population.
Okay,
We're looking at the population. So we look at something like Detroit, right? We look at something like a predominantly Black area.
Andre, stop.
No,
Andre,
let's look at something. Let's look at something like this. I'm just going to turn him down so everybody talk over him. Okay, now he's going to stop umming. Thank you for stop umming and chimping out. So if we're looking at something like crime, and we're going to break it down by race, we're going to look at how many people are white, how many people are Black, how many people are Hispanic, and say, okay, what is the likeliness of them to commit crime in this area based on their population? How many of these people have been convicted? How many of these people have been arrested? What's the rate on that? And that is all comprised in the FBI statistics, both state.
Okay,
local,
boom, I got you. All right. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Now I'm about to teach you. Right. So, and this is what I was trying to push.
Guys.
Yes. Shut the fuck up, Andre. So what we need to understand.
Are we gonna learn how to make crack or meth? Which one?
And anyone can do the research behind this. If I'm wrong, I will give Andre $500 and I will delete my Instagram, my TikTok. I will delete all my social media. No, shut the fuck up. Because I'm about to teach you something. Andre mentioned the FBI statistics. If you go to the FBI statistic and you actually go to homicide, if you actually go to statistic rates, it is based on arrest, right? But when you look at arrests in the FBI, it says that these are voluntary, meaning that the police departments gets to pick and choose the number of crime data they get to give to the FBI. This is not a forced or required number. So Andre is picking
that's a
data.
Problem. You don't want to know why it's not forced or required.
Shut up, Andre. Shut up, Andre. I'm cooking.
A lot of civil rights judges, and civil rights activists push for that not to happen.
Shut up, Andre. I'm cooking you right now, dog. As I was saying,
you're cooking maybe some crack on the pot.
Yes, okay, whatever, bro. You would know how to make crack. You've been talking about crack all day. You're the one who's describing it to me. As I was saying,
you look like crackhead thread.
This is how you know Andre don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's bringing the FBI statistics that literally tells you that, first of all, on that same website, it says that these arrests are not. These arrests. Watch this, Andre. And anyone can answer this question. Who convicts you of a crime? Does the police convict you of a crime, or does a judge or a jury convict you of a crime?
See, judge and jury.
Right. The FBI statistic literally is not based on that. It literally says it is not based on any convictions on judges or juries, and is solely based on the police, on police giving the data. So you are literally telling me that per capita is based on FBI statistics, the same statistics that is not about convictions, that is not about if the person did the crime, it's about if the person is arrested. Like I said, this proves that Andre is correlating the amount of times that Black people encounters with police officers and is encountering with Black people committing crime. He cannot give you no data that Black people commit crime. In fact, show me proof.
So is it not true? Is it not true that Black people commit more crime per capita? We look at the population numbers and even the convictions and even the arrests. Is it not true that black people commit more crime per capita? Yes or no?
No.
How is it not?
Because again,
you're saying, okay, we're looking at the FBI.
Shut up. You asked me a question. Shut up.
Shut up. We're looking at the FBI statistics. We're looking at local, state, federal. It all proves that black people commit more crime per capita.
You just proved me. You keep saying the same thing over and over. I just showed you how conviction rates are already skewed. I will show you right now.
How are they skewed?
Stop playing with me. Yes. First of all, in project exoneration.org, it shows that black people are more likely going to be convicted.
That's not a credible source, dude.
.org is not
the innocent projects and all that shit.
Explain to me.
The innocent projects and shit, they're actually going down because guess what? They haven't really been able to keep up with their mission and their project.
Wait, no. Explain to me how it's not true. Explain to me how mine's not a credible source. I need proof it's not a credible source. I gave you
like
my
an
source.
innocent project, which is not even like those things have been declining over the last 10 years. I mean,
no,
there's really no point of their mission anymore.
No. My question was no. Again, you said that my data was wrong. My data was not credible. How is it not credible? I need to know proof of that.
You brought up what you brought up. I'm talking about that. What I'm saying is that you said that, per capita, black people don't commit more crime. Yes, they do. If we compare
it's not. Again, based on those who are arrested, they've been
convicted.
Slow down.
Black people being convicted.
Slow down.
Can we pause for a second?
I think you need to slow down with all the yelling.
Guys, let's pause for a second. We're going in circles. I understand Ohaji's point. What Ohaji is saying is that the reporting, it's not all being reported. However, we're simply going by data. And unfortunately, Gray put this up, not even me, who's the Republican on the panel. Official crime data in the United States, it shows that unfortunately it is higher. So, but to Ohaji's point, he is correct. They all don't report it. I'm going to allow Andre to ask.
I have to put up there that studies also shows that in FBI. Shut up. FBI statistics show. FBI. I have to say this. No, shut up. I already said something. FBI study shows that.
We'll give you your dime bag in a minute. You get your dime bag in a minute.
FBI study shows that black people are more likely going to be more represented in these studies as well. They're going to be overrepresented. You know what that means?
Yeah, we do know what they mean.
Okay,
I like to use their choice of words.
It's Andre turn to ask. Andre, before you ask a question, I want to play a video. This guy actually attacked you before because he's on the left. I played the guy on the right. So I'm playing a few minutes of this video. Then Andre, it's your turn to ask Ohaji a question. All right.
And we've all heard this term coined by Mary Frances Winters in 2020. This is the extreme intergenerational, mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion black people experience from dealing with constant, daily, systemic racism. It results in deep, lasting health issues, trauma, and frustration, compounded by the effort of communicating these experiences to often disbelieving white individuals. As of today, though, this term doesn't stand for this, and I feel like we should claim it back. Now it means that people are tired of black people, which is extremely ironic. What do y'all have to be tired of? I have never seen a group of black people hunt down a innocent white male and lynch him because he whistled at a black woman. I've never seen a group of black men and women hunt down a pregnant woman and lynch her, cut her baby out in open because she was white. So even the fact of me just hearing a white person say I got black fatigue is mind-blowing. And this all feeds into respectability politics, which I hate. It just makes no sense. Back in the 1950s, the 60s, 40s, the 30s, black people were on their best behavior. They dressed up in suits, they were respectful, and they did everything pretty.
All right, this guy likes Ohaji stuff all the time, and Andre, he made a whole video attacking you. So Andre, it's your turn, and that's Tonio Talks. Andre, it's your turn to ask Ohaji, also Simple Black Theory, a question.
I just say that guy is a fucking retard. Like if you have to go back like 100 years to give an example, like they were lynching this back in the day. It's like, dude, grow the fuck up, dude. Pull your fucking panties up and be.
That's what you're doing. You're not bringing no real statistics. You bitching about old shit. You bring no real statistics. Time. No, you did not.
What's old?
You mentioned SAT.
My question for you. My question for you. I mean, that was very accurate right now. We can look at even the past year of the performance of black students across the country, and it's still subpar. So my question for you, and this is what we're going to get. We're going to like this. Chat's going to love this. Ohaji, where'd you grow up?
Dade County, North Miami.
You grew up in Miami?
Yes, I grew up in Miami. What's good?
Okay. Predominantly black area or predominantly white?
Predominantly black. Yeah, what's up,
As
nigga?
black. Okay.
What part
What's
of
up, nigga?
Miami?
North
Ohio.
Miami, Second Ave.
Okay, so it's all the
I
other
stayed in
Haitians.
6. Yeah, I
all
stayed
the
in the 6.
Haitians.
Yeah.
I
All
don't know what
black
that is,
niggas,
but
all
okay.
black people. What's up?
I would say wealthy, hard, middle class, upper middle class.
It's a poor neighborhood.
Poor neighborhood, nigga. What's up?
Okay. So this is the problem I have with niggers.
Oh.
Niggers will sit here and defend the behavior of people who would, if they saw both you and I would give you this, for what you want to do and you want to uplift yourself. And I would say you do look at the data and you try to give it's a retarded argument you give, but you try at least. If someone saw both you and I walking down the street that's black, and the way that we're dressed and the way that we carry ourselves, they wouldn't sit back and greet us with like, oh, I love these my brothers over here. If we were walking down the street at night, they'd both attack us. I always say this to black people. You grew up in the same shitty environment. You grew up in the same filth and the same gutter. That's no different than mine. I grew up in Detroit, all right, on the border of Highland Park, all right, 7 Mile. I grew up around that shit. I had a family that taught me to reject the niggerish behavior, the poor culture, the shitty identity. You glorified it in this like pseudo-intellectual way and work to defend it. I don't intend to defend it. I don't intend it to maintain this culture. I intend it to blow up and destroy this culture because it's not beneficial for us. Young black men, the greatest threat to them are black men. Any black successful man, where they go to college, they come out the military, like I did, came out the military. Guess what? They're at the crosshairs. They're in the crosshairs of violent thugs, of people who want to bring them down, of people who want to see them fail every time. That's the problem that we have. And it's seen in the music, it's seen in the movies, it's seen in academia. We're seeing it all over. We have a significant problem with our identity. And we have two different types of people. We have people who will defend it, people who will glorify it. And that's a problem. And we can't have that anymore. I'm not someone who's going to defend it. I'm not someone who's going to sit back and glorify it. I'm going to be someone who's going to push against this shitty identity, shitty culture, because it would have you and I killed.
You're still fucking talking? Holy fuck.
It's pseudo-intellectuals, I think you are, man, King Umming. I think that, you and I will both be the first ones taken out by niggas who are jealous of our success, jealous of what we're going to do.
Andre,
and
does your woman work?
That.
Does your woman work?
No, I don't want her to work.
You don't want her to work?
No.
So you pay all the bills?
I have enough. Yes, because I have enough to do so. Women shouldn't work. That's what I'm supposed to do as a husband. I don't have to work.
All right. Well,
that's
if my girl wants to work, she'll fucking work. My girl can work if she wants.
Well, that's a weak ass mindset. Maybe if your daddy taught you like, hey, take care of your woman.
No. First of all, my girl not working. If she wants to work, she can work. Unlike you, I'm not her daddy. She can do what the fuck she wants to do, nigga.
And then guess what? You're gonna find out she's gonna be doing what the fuck she wants to do with another nigga.
Oh, that's why you don't let your girl work, because you're afraid that nigga's gonna take her. My girl, I'm safe. That's what I'm saying. My girl. I trust my girl. You the one that said that if your girl go out there, she don't know with another nigga. Hey, listen.
Nobody said that. I said that to you. I didn't say that to
you. Let's not put the wild.
I'm sure about that.
I
want to ask a question. I want to get this other question.
Okay, go ahead, Andre.
So, what was your family dynamic? Yeah. What was your family dynamic? Single parent household, two parent household.
2-parent household.
What? 2-parent household. What'd your father do?
Why does that matter? No, let me ask you a question. You asked my family one. Let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, Andre. Again, so let's go back to the education system. You say that black people are not doing better, right?
Yes, most black children are reading below their grade level.
Most children in America, are reading below 7th grade level. The question I'm asking you, pay attention. So pay attention. Statistically, are black people not doing better?
Can you say ask one more time?
Answer the question, Andre, or are you going to?
Can you say it again?
Is your IQ that low that you have a small attention span?
We're talking low IQs. Chat,
I'm just saying your attention span. I asked you a question.
Is my IQ high, 1 or 2?
I'm telling you. First of all, how much chat is white? How much of the chat is white, nigga? Like you're tap dancing.
Black.
My nigga, I've looked at all. My nigga, I'm telling you that straight up.
No, you haven't. This is like a dumb niggerish argument that like monkeys bring up.
My nigga, I'm telling you right now, nigga, you're tap dancing for white audiences. That's what you do.
What the fuck is why. Listen, am I Sammy Davis? Am I Sammy Davis?
You look like that's what you look like, nigga. You wear. That's what you look like, nigga. Like dead ass.
With some purpose.
You look like a 70s nigga. What the fuck?
What's wrong with that? Is that a bad thing?
Wait,
is
you
that a
look like
bad
you a
thing? Should I be
70s
in like
nigga?
streetwear?
What do you
No,
mean?
Haji, should black
I'm just
men
saying
be?
what you look like.
Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm saying,
Oh my
Haji.
gosh, bro.
Should black
Stop.
men sit
Shut
back
the
and walk
fuck
around? And he doesn't want to
up.
listen to it, but I'm going to say it
Can't
anyway.
let me ask a question.
I want black men to dress and carry themselves in a respectable manner. I do that. That's how I was raised. I was raised around black people who
Why are
did
you
it.
watching what
I
other
grew up in a
niggas
neighborhood where black
wear?
people did it.
Why are you looking at other
What are you
niggas
talking
for?
about?
Why are you looking at
That
other
tells
niggas?
you where society
Why are
is.
you looking at other
Let's
niggas?
time out. Let's time out. If you watch it right now, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell to know we go live. Nori, you want to do the super chats?
Yeah, let's do the super chats. So this is on Andre's side. Your Iron Man became a medal on your side. He said,
Wait, let me know if they white. At least let me know if they white or black.
A lot of people
Why
are
does
saying
that matter?
black. Majority of the chat saying that they're black, actually. And or
Nah.
Hispanic.
I need their photos.
dude.
I'm looking at their
Yeah.
photos. They white
Why?
as fuck.
Why are you like obsessed with someone's white or black?
I'm
Who
just
cares?
because that matters, nigga. Yes, that matters. You're
How does
tap
that
dancing
matter?
for white people. What do you mean? Why did it
Most
matter?
of my
It's about
audience,
black
most
people.
of the people who are consistently watch me, who are like diehard, they're black. I get emails from
My
black
nigga,
people almost
no.
every week.
My nigga,
I
5
do.
black
Do
people
you have
don't mean
access to
shit.
my analytics?
Most of these niggas are white.
I don't have 5
nigga.
black people.
Nigga,
Well, how do
you're
you see my
tap
numbers? I don't
dancing.
get 5 black people.
My nigga,
So-
I
get a lot
do
of
see your
engagement.
numbers. You get shit.
Oh, Haji.
I don't
he
get
said-
shit. I get at least about 50 million views a month.
He said,
Cap.
Ohaji is smooth brained. Ohaji,
Go
would
look
you
at all
like
my
to
pages.
respond?
Is he white?
He has a dog. And it's
white,
a black dog.
White.
All right.
If you have a dog, you're white. Everyone with dogs, you're white if you have a dog.
Praise the Dawn. Put it on Andre's side. So thank you, Praise the Dawn, for Andre. Ohaji is proving all the stereotypes right.
Is he white?
He looks black in the picture.
Nah, I
That's a
seen it.
black person.
That nigga has a filter. That nigga looks white. You're not looking at these photos.
Niggas are coping. The niggers are coping.
No, I'm fair. That looks like somebody that's a person of color. I'm just saying. He said,
He's coping so hard.
Iron Man said, does Ohaji have a father growing up? He said he did, so we answered that already. Iron Man, thank you again. You said you lose the argument when you start insulting. I mean, that's for both sides, so let's keep it civil. Does Ohaji own a hair pick with a black fist? Ohaji, do you own a hair pick with a black fist?
Nah, I think Andre's mama got mine.
Iron Man became a member on Andre's side. On our side, boxing fan ass MOB, thank you so much. He said, please give Ohaji this L. I think that's a white person. So
It's all of them are white. I'm telling you.
this guy's white. This is a fan of ours, Iron Cowboy. Thank you. Actually, he was on your side tonight, Andre. He said Ohaji got dog walked just like Charlie Kirk dog walked him.
I'm telling you, they're all whites, and that's okay.
This is one of their.
This is why I'm fine.
One white person.
I'm fine with
One
that,
white
bro.
person. These niggas are
all of them-
retarded.
Oh
They're so
yes,
low IQ.
Andre. Yes, I believe all of them are
Niggas
black.
are blown
Yes,
out.
Andre. I believe all of
Yeah.
them are niggas. Yes, Andre.
Yeah,
yes,
a good majority
I
of my
agree.
audience is black.
Get the fuck out of here, Andre. You're
Yeah, a good
baffling me
majority
right
of my
now.
audience is
Get
black.
the
dude.
fuck out of here, bro.
Here's the thing: you just hate white people so much. You just hate seeing white people say anything about blacks. It's all.
No,
it is.
nigga, it's literally white people, bro. I've seen your shits.
No, a majority of my audience.
Yes,
is
nigga,
black,
stop
dude.
coping. Stop lying.
And
nigga.
simple, I get more views than you, and I'm able to see that most of my audience is
nigga,
black.
I started YouTube. There's no way you make more views than me just because you started. Oh,
I do.
YouTube, you do great.
Look
nigga,
at Instagram. Look
nigga,
at
I get
look
more
at
views than you, nigga. First of all, I
you
definitely make
don't.
more money than you. I definitely.
You haven't been banned as me. Who cares
I
about
make
that? I'm
more
not
money
talking
than
about
you. What do you
making
mean?
more money.
You talk about economy.
Hold
I make way more. Your girlfriend. I know your wife's struggling.
That's like a very
I
niggerish
know your
argument
wife
to make.
is struggling, nigga. I know.
What were you saying?
And
If
I
I
want
was
to plug.
struggling,
And
I
I
wouldn't
want
be
to
doing
plug.
this.
I want to plug something too. If you want to see Simple and Andre on our show, Simple comes on Monday now, and Andre comes on Tuesday. But go ahead, continue, Nora.
Yeah. Ohaji, Andre, thank you for handing Ohaji a verbal beatdown. And if you're a fan of Simple Black, you can still come and send, because Simple Black size, send in the chats. But here we go. Ohaji is going to cry when this is over. He says he's Mexican, so he wanted to tell you he's not white. Thank you, Chaotic Truth Live. He said, I support Andre and I'm 100% black. This guy is a white guy, Ohaji. Yeah, shout out to you, Chaotic.
I know he's white.
On-site computer repair. Okay, Haji, get to rehab. I identify as Caucasian, you clown.
Thank you. Majority of them are fucking white. You coon ass, tap dancing ass nigga. You fucking Uncle Tom. Yes, the audience love you. You fucking coon. You fucking clown. You fucking white. I'll call you white trash, but you want to be white trash. You want to be white.
Why would I want to be
nigga.
white?
What do you mean you acting right now, nigga? You sit here and say black people
What
do this.
is
Nigga,
being
you're
white?
fucking black, you dumb shit. You're fucking
Maybe it's because I
dumb.
want black people to be better, and I've lived around black people most of my life.
First
I
of all,
serve
you
with
say
black
this,
people.
but
I work with black people.
But yet you complained, but gave no way of how to fix it. You've been bitching
I have in multiple
more than
videos.
giving.
This is why my stuff
all
is going
you do
viral
is
because
bitch.
people respect that.
Going viral, nigga. You're on YouTube with 20,000 views. That doesn't mean shit. You know that, man. I know niggas with 5.
I have
That doesn't
far
mean
more
shit.
views on that.
20,000? 20,000 views.
Where?
Get the bro. How about this?
I don't
How
get
much money do you
20,000
make?
views on
Big
YouTube.
Bang take Lil Bang. Big Bang take Lil Bang.
I don't have to
I
work.
show you my account.
See, this
I
is
show you
like
my
Negro
account.
Shark. I can tell that you're like a subhuman
Show your
Negro.
account.
You're just like bringing
Show
up
your
this. I don't have
account.
to show
Big
you my
money.
account.
Money
I don't
talk,
have to
nigga.
work for the rest of my
Money
life.
talk,
I'm good.
nigga.
Hold on, we're gonna do final thoughts.
No, it doesn't.
Do the last super chat. The majority of
Broke
us
ass.
black people who are tired of the ignorant representation of all of us. Ohaji guy is the typical black NPC. So
Hold on, before we go to the closing thoughts, I would like to give the poll results.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the poll results are who won the debate? Andre at 61%, Simple Black Theory at 39%.
Okay, so
And that was on our side, not on Andre's side. And we have a pretty mixed bag. Let me be clear. 50% of our audience, I believe, is Democrats. 50% are conservatives, because whenever we do polls, we've never seen it at this level. Usually it's 50-50. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, SPT, but I just want to let you know it is usually genuinely split on our polls.
All right, Ohaji, you do your final thoughts first.
Yeah, honestly, I'm glad I recorded this. I have a whole bunch of things that proved me right. I had a prediction that Andre is either going to spew out no facts. He spit out one fact about the SAT, which I haven't looked into, but I that could possibly true. But I predicted that Andre was not going to spit out no type of facts, that he was going to bitch more than resolve anything, and that's exactly what he did. He blamed black women, he blamed the crime, he blamed everything, but didn't give any resolution. He didn't even address any of the things that I stated. He didn't address the crime statistics going down, that black people are not killing each other at a high rate. Black on black crime is the same rate as white on white crime. Doesn't want to address that. He's going to tell you that's not true, but doesn't tell you that. He wants to pick at my data, but doesn't give you proof of my data is wrong. He sits here and talks about black women, but doesn't explain to you why black women getting an education is bad, which doesn't make any fucking sense, which we know if that black women are going to be single mothers, they should have an education to help. Mind you, he says that we're doing better economically, but gives it to richer, to older people instead of black people in general, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Again, majority of these of the audience, again, the host says that they have a mixed bag of 50-50. I've been here a couple times and the mixed bag has been stirred to the right more than ever. But I digress. I know my people and I have my videos here, which I really do hope Andre does his due diligence and can debunk any of the things that I said, which he hasn't. And this is great. I can easily, I made mad money off of Andre easily, to the point where I literally told myself, I don't have to debunk this lame ass nigga, because all he does is bitch. He bitch with no statistics. And that's all he does, which is fine. Again, he has an audience full of white people. Majority of them exposed that they were white and were angry the fact that I said that. And Andre said majority of them are black, which is not true. Again, Andre, I've seen your comments. You claim that you're doing better than me. My guy, you've been on YouTube how long? I don't give a fuck. I just got on there. And yet I know that my career is far much better than yours. I know that financially and outside of finance. I get more opportunities than you. I get more, I get more publicity than you, nigga. I promise you, give me 6 months. We're either going to be the same level, because you got what, 20K subscribers? How long did it take you, nigga? I hope that in 6 months I'll be in the same level. And if I am, I'm going to embarrass you. John Paul King was talking shit, talking about how I'm a broke nigga. He makes more money than me. I promise you, big bank take little bank, nigga. I guarantee you, if you want to prove who's more of a nigga, who's more of a man, if it's about finance, nigga, then let's do finance, nigga. I make more money that I can raise your wife better than you, nigga. Since you're raising your wife, I'm not raising my girl. My girl and I are partners. I can raise your wife better than you can, nigga. Straight up.
Oh, Haji, can I ask you a question before you go? Where do
Yeah.
you get your statistical data from? They're asking you. What data can we trust? Because that is a good question.
So, guys, first of all, when it comes to crime, there's no true statistical data for crime. This is why I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that this is the best statistics for this. Well, this is why it was easier to debunk Andre, because his dumbass is focused on the statistical data that's automatically wrong. That's why people are asking me. They probably Googled and realized, oh shit, this nigga's right. So again, literally, there is no statistical data that proves crime, because crime has not been, again, it's volunteered. We're getting skewed numbers. There's no place. UCR has even said that their numbers are skewed. This is why Andre cannot sit here even tell you. Even the census would tell you that crime has gone down. Like, and the only thing the census would tell you is that black on black crime happens, that more black victims are apparent. That has gone down. But studies literally shows that white on white crime and black on black crime are in the same level, if not 10% more on black people than white people. That's only 8 to 10%. But whatever, I'm over talking. Andre's a dumbass. Like I said, bro, if your girl wants a ring, let me know. I got her.
All right, Andre, what's your final thoughts?
Proving me right every time. I'm telling these people, no matter what I do, what I say, I can just sit back and these niggas will come out and just say, you know, hey, Andre, look how right I can prove you. He's chimped out this entire time. Black Simple Jack here can't control himself. He's been going off at the mouth, umming the entire time. Doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to per capita. Doesn't know what he's talking when it comes to crime. You would think somebody who comes from a poor environment would understand the great issues that affect us as a people. But this is not a man I'm talking to. This is a boy I'm talking to. We could see that from his appearance and what he says. Not someone who is competent enough to even ascertain what's going on, reality. Someone who lives in this niggerish fantasy world. I mean, look how he acted when he started seeing one white person out of what, 3 or 4, 5 black people that popped up. He saw one white person and he chimped out. That's the sad state of black people today. That's the poor state of the black community. We can't talk about the real issues because niggas are too focused on what white people are saying. And if white people are in the audience, nigga, what's the message? Black men are killed at a higher rate than anyone else in this country by other black men. Black women are raising children in dysfunctional households. 72% of black children are raised in single parent households. And we look at the academic performance of those children. It's poor. Black children, honestly, are in better care in a black man's hands, in a single black man's hands, than they are in a black woman's hands. That's been very proven over the last 40 years. The government came in and replaced the black man. The courts decided they were going to butcher the family for corporate benefit, for Jewish benefit as well. That's another conversation I'm sure he's not willing to have or competent enough to have. But that's the reality of things. And we can sit back and I'm not going to sit back and blame anyone for our problems. Oh, the monkeys are still chimping out and swinging from the vines. You can hear it in the background. But this is the reality of what we're dealing with. I mean, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like, oh, I get more views and make more money. This is like hood booger arguments, dude. Nobody cares about that. I have a consistent audience of people who are loyal, black, white, American. It doesn't matter. People follow me. I've gone viral many times. I should have gone viral twice in a week at some points and still going here. So, and the thing is that people like him won't be deplatformed like I'm being deplatformed when I talk about Jews, when I call out black conservatives and their bootlicking behavior when it comes to the Jewish question. Someone like him will get reposted and pushed as much as he can because he keeps black people in the gutter. I don't. And this is why people respect me. This is why people watch me. This is why people follow me. He's like 20,000 followers on YouTube. We gained 50 in just a week, just 2 weeks, honestly. Let's be honest. 2 weeks. Wow, that's a lot for YouTube. Couldn't do that.
How much you make? How much you make?
So it doesn't matter about what
up.
It matters
Exactly,
about
nigga.
the truth.
Shut up, little boy.
This is what I'm going into it. Look at him chimp out. What matters is the message. I don't really care. I can walk away from this. This is something I've told Nora and Gray. I've said this many times on this stream and even my stream. I could walk away from this tomorrow and be fine. I do this because I believe in it, because I will not have another generation of black men and women, young black men and women, in 20 years from now, when I'm in my 50s, I'm in my 40s, to sit back and say to me, you failed us. Things have not gotten better. They've gotten worse. You've done nothing to solve the problems. I refuse to have that be my existence. I would refuse to die with that being my legacy. So I do this not because of money. I haven't pushed any of these platforms. I'm demonetized on many platforms. The only platform I have up that people could go and support is my Patreon. I don't even push that as much as I should. So people who do this for money, left and right, these are the disgusting parasites in our community. They're doing it for money. They're not doing it because we have a problem and we want better. They're doing it because they want to get paid. Fuck them and fuck that. And this is why people have far more respect for me. People reach out to me and they want to work with me. I'll be in LA next week for an interview, and hopefully we'll connect with Jake Shields. He reached out to me the other day, so we'll connect with him and a few other people. A lot of people follow me and respect what I do. So I can sit back and talk about it and glaze myself and what all that shit, but
why is broke niggas talking?
Support me. I don't know why this nigga is still going on and on, but I don't know. He's calling broke. Like I said, I don't have to do anything.
Someone sent a super chat on Andre's side. No one is angry that you're saying the audience is white or disappointed because the only arguments you made so far are and I have money. God forbid Andre doesn't hold your shaft.
Hey, all of those, I did say and I do have more money. So I will agree to those things. He's wrong, and I do have more money than Andre. Andre, I would shut down my whole account
about that?
If you can prove to me how much you made last month.
That's
how much you made this month? Why? You literally said that black men have to be the head of the household. They have to make the money for the head of the household. I have to make sure that your woman. I have to make sure that I'm hoping that you're giving your woman the best that she can get. I hope that your woman is getting the best that she can get. She can't work because you're afraid that she's gonna cheat on you. So I'm hoping that you make enough money so she can be happy. If not, I will help you, nigga. I will help you, nigga.
I'll just say this. Let me respond to that. You know, I joined the military and I worked when I got out of high school.
Oh, respect.
Hold on. Stop.
You still broke.
I left home.
You still a broke ass bitch.
Okay.
How'd you let him have his time? Let him have his time. I left the house at 19.
Did he leave?
First job was in marketing and sales. I think he did leave. First job in marketing and sales. I worked at, I got experience in being in the world and living life. And I decided to join the military. And I did that because I wanted better. I want to give that tradition and continue that tradition of serving this country. And I did that. A long line of people in my family going back to the Revolutionary War have served this country. And I felt it's my time to do it. So now I don't have to work. I'm sitting back and I don't have to sit back and worry about a 9-to-5, and I can give my wife whatever she wants to do. She has a small business that she works and performs and is doing very well. And I've encouraged her not to go to college and not to, get herself in debt into a degree and to fix and focus on herself. So, and we've been together since the end of high school. So I don't know what Guy's talking about. He's like, I got more money, I got more rims, and I got my bag bigger than you. This is like hood booger arguments that gets black men killed. I don't have to flex. People see what my worth and what my wealth is based on how I carry myself and how I speak. So that's all it is.
Just to be clear, we didn't kick out Haji. He chose to leave. We don't do that here, but yeah. Oh, but anyways, guys, I have to really thank Andre. This was Andre's idea. We are going to start doing Sunday night debates. Andre will be one of the people, but we also have some people maybe coming to debate Enzo. So more is coming on that. I don't even know what to say. Come back tomorrow night. Do you want to do closing thoughts, Gray? I mean, this was a lot.
Like I said before, we do this every Monday through Thursday. And like Nora said, this is an Andre idea. So we're going to try to get more people to debate Andre. Hopefully people to debate Simple Black Theory and other people that's on our team. So keep rocking with us. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's our regular show. And on Sunday, we'll start doing debates with political influencers. Thank you for watching. Like we always say on New Party, always vote. That was all, Nora. That's all I had to say.
Before we wrap, I want to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support the New Party. We are an independent media platform. No corporate backers, no political handlers, just a collection of voices representing all American viewpoints, especially the stories they don't want you talking about.
I'm disgusted with our government, and it doesn't matter which party you're talking about. I'm disgusted.
We are watching an act of genocide. I don't know how else to put it. There are thousands of people getting killed every day.
This is the first time in history that an American cardinal has ever been elevated to pope. It is legitimately make America great again.
Yeah.
Like, they're fighting for illegal immigrants, not immigrants. Illegal. Like, and they burning the flag and shit.
Like I always say, it was a great episode. I'm happy with the wins that Donald Trump's.
Like you heard Nora Skeptic say, we're going to keep bringing like different types of content and things that we know people want to see. And like we always say on the New Party, always vote.
If you believe Americans can still have civil discourse, even in these polarizing times, we need your help to stay independent and keep growing. You can support us by donating to our GoFundMe page, becoming a channel member, sending a super chat, or grabbing merch from the New Party store. Every donation goes directly toward growing the channel promotion and our upcoming documentary. And as a thank you, donors will receive an exclusive copy of the documentary 1 week before it premieres. Who is the New Party? We're you, your voice, your stories, your America. We can only do this together. So if you're able, please donate and help us get the message out.